Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about JavaScript functions, how we can declare one, how we can call one, how we can execute a function, and what function expression means. Okay, let's start working. So create a lecture 5 file. Inside put a node, call it JavaScript function. Now also here, make sure that you're linking that file. It's an external file, that's why we need to link. Now we have used two functions so far. The first one was alert, and the second one was prompt. Actually, this was the first one, this is the second one, but that doesn't matter. So if we go to a browser and we type prompt, and if you hit enter, just like this, don't put the brackets, it will say it's a function. If you put alert, alert, this F stands for function. But what are these brackets? Let's use them. Wow, now you see that we are calling and executing the function, right? That is pretty much it. So these, these, let me just show you like this. These brackets means call and execute the function. And we usually do them like this. That means end of an expression, because when we want to end the expression, as I explained, if you don't know, just watch the previous lecture or 2 lectures ago. I'm not that sure, but I just explained what the expression means and why we need to end it. Okay, but we're not going to use these inbuilt functions. We're going to create our own. So let's create our first own function and let's declare it. Declare a function. So fn stands for function, it's a shortcut. So we need to use the keyword function. That's the gold way. My first function, and this is my name. I can name it the functions that I want. You can put here my 100, this is my 1000 function, whatever you want to be here, my name, whatever makes you happy. But I just put it here because it makes sense. Now in order to know that it's a function, we need to use this parenthesis, and this curly brackets means a block of code will go here. Now console.log I'm going to use here, and I'm say hello from here. Save it. Now if you go back, I need to use this. So if you go back, refresh here, you're not going to see the result. And why is this? Well, because we need to call a function. So we just declared the function, but we now need to call the function. By calling the function with these brackets, it will actually mean call the function and execute. Now go back, there you go. That is pretty much it. Now what is more interesting, a function can have one or more arguments. Now you will see that this is mixed up with parameters. I've spelled it right? So arguments and parameters, but you don't have to worry about if you mixed this as well, because in all tutorials, all books, you will see that they used arguments and parameters. But I want you to know the reality. So functions can take arguments. And what are the arguments? Well, we already used them. These were the arguments for the alert, brackets, and hi. So it take one argument, that is string. This is the argument. Maybe I didn't tell you back then, but because we haven't done the functions. Now there is the time. So I'm gonna create a second function called my second. Actually, let's put it like this. Function. Argument function, and you can put any name meaningful that you want, and here we will say first argument. Very good. Now you can give any name of the argument, and let's say console.log the argument only. I'm just first argument. Whatever we passing to the function, that's how you call it. You're passing an argument to a function, you're gonna console.log. So I'm gonna just print it out. So what are we going to do now? Argument function, very good. And now we need to pass that one. So it can be string, it can be Boolean, It can be any data type that JavaScript type that we have encountered so far, but I'm gonna say hello. I'm just gonna pass a string and I'm gonna save it. And there you go. This is the hello that I've passed to the function as an argument. So even if I change this to just a, but I need to call it here as well, a, then it will still work. This is irrelevant what we put here. Every name we put here, it's irrelevant, but what is relevant, what we are passing to a function. Now, this is one argument function. If we have more arguments, let's create a function that will take multiple arguments. For example, let's create a function that will calculate the year that we are born. So function birth year, and cool, you can name it whatever you want. First parameter will be year, age, and now inside I will say var birth year. Again, I'm naming variable as I want. You can just change the name. Now I just want to say year minus age. So whatever we're passing to the function here, when we call it birth year, and here we can pass directly 2022, say 23. Cool. Now the birth year will get the result of 2022 minus the age. Nice. So console.log the birth year. Save it. Very good. We do have the result. One more thing that I want to show you is that, oh, actually I didn't say this. When we have multiple arguments, we need to space them with comma, same as here. Very good. Now, what is function expression? And this is very important for you to understand. Well, let's create a variable called function expression, and that will be equal to a function, oops, and console log function here. Now this is coming from function expression. Very good. Now what is happening here? Well, we declare a variable, and this equal sign is not same as in math. This equal sign means this equal means assign a value to something, right? So whatever this function returns, we will assign it as a value of this function. But now this function doesn't have a name. It's called anonymous function. Now the function that they don't have any name, it's called anonymous function, and this is the beauty of function expression. Now there are examples where you can see here we can declare the name, but I'm not gonna do that because those examples are very rare and you don't need them. Okay, so how are we gonna call a function without name? Well, we can use the variable name. How cool is this? I'm in the mood today. And that's it. We don't have any arguments, but we can have 1, 2, or many arguments here as well, same as the other ones. Let's see, save it. Boom. There you go, the console log. Nice. So, one more thing that I want to share, two more things that I want to share with you tonight, and is that we are at the moment consoling log the output. And if we remove this one, this 1999, it will be gone. It's nothing there. And why is this? Well, console log is just for us. We're printing the values here to be able to see it, so the user can see it. But the result of this function is stored nowhere, right? So what's the solution? Okay, I'm going to copy this one. Just gonna uncomment this one. Return. I'm gonna use return nows. So birth year 1, and here instead of consoling log, I'm just gonna say return the birth year. So what do you think it will happen? Now, when I call this function here with these two arguments, it will go inside, it will do its job, do its calculation, and it will return the result of this, whatever it's stored here. But how I'm gonna access it outside? Because if I do it right now, there's no another 1999, and I want. So this birth year actually now can be consoled log. Again, that's the one way. Oops. My hands are not working tonight. So there you go. But this is no different than it was here, right? We can be better than this, of course. So I'm just gonna comment out this one, but I need this bad boy here. So I'm gonna say var result, or I'm gonna say birth year. It's more meaningful like that. And I'm just gonna put here the function. I'm gonna call the function with the two parameters. Let's make it 2023. So that will return a different year. And now we need to console log this birth year, because the result, oh, now I do have a problem. See, I've used birth year, and birth year is a function. Now we can't do that. So birth year result. We can't call a function and variable same name. 2000. Nice, it's our function, it's working. So in this birth year result, we have stored the value of this function and we can reuse it. Now, for example, if I want to subtract 1 year minus 1 year, make a breathing space there. Here it is. So we can reuse it. That's called code reusability. Now, return is a keyword and we can't use it as a variable. See, even we have this different color. It's a purple. For the function and for the variables, we also have a little bit different color. And for the function's name. Nice. So this is predefined keyword that we're not going to be able to use. It's taken, right? Nice. So let's do one more thing. And this is a final, I promise. So let's create a function that will take 4 parameters. Nice. Now we are talking. But we will use this birth year function inside that function. So that's mean we can call function from a function. So we don't need this. So function name, the new function name will be print details. Nice. This is good function name. So it will take first name as an argument, last name, and year and age. Now this year and age, we will use them and we will supply to this function. But the first two, let's actually finish this. So console.log we will use for these print details. So my first name is, we're gonna breathe space there plus first name. And what I haven't shown you, what we can do, a new line just like this. Now copy this 2 more times. My last name is, make sure you change here the last name, this variable, whatever we pass as an argument. And now I am born, oops, in, and we can say here, we can call the function birth year. Well, let's call the function birth year 1 and pass year and age. Nice. Save it. So what else we need to do is just to call print details. And now you see how these two functions will work. So this function will start doing this line, then the second line, and it will stop here and it will do the calculation of this. Okay, so we need to just pass in some details. Put your details if you want. So don't put mine, right? It's not good. Make sure that you put in your own details. And we are just putting 2022 here and 33 and save it. And let's see, there you go. This is the result. So now you know how to call function from inside a function. So I will see you in the next one and we are done for tonight.